Hi kids! Today we're going to do the, if something happened to all my makeup and I could go to the store but only get 10 items, what would those 10 items be? And that was hard. I had to go through my makeup and really think about that. And it was kind of a hard decision because it's like, oh, do I pick this one that's my favorite or this one that's my favorite too? So, I'm going to go through all of my products kind of in the order that I'd put them on. Maybe if we can stay in order. Okay, first thing would be absolutely the Milani eyeshadow primer. I have to have this. I have hooded lids. And this is the best. Next, I would choose the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I like this one. I tried the Professional, didn't like that. I tried the NYX Pore Filler. I didn't like this. I don't like this because you can see where the primer is. Sometimes I'll use a silicone primer when I'm having, issues, whatever. But usually I just wear a blurring primer where my texture is, which is like right on my cheeks. Like between my eyebrows and the top of my nose and above my eyebrows right here, my upper lip, around my nose, my chin. This is where I have the most texture. That's where I use primer. Other than that, I don't usually use too much primer. So that's what I use. Next, for foundation. Now, if I could have whatever foundation I wanted, it would probably be the Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum. This is like my 4th bottle. Yeah, my 4th bottle. And this is in Classic Ivory, 101 Classic Ivory. But you can't get that in stores anymore. It's what I'm wearing today. By the way, I'm wearing all 10 of these products on my face today with my first choice. A couple of these I have second choices. My second choice for foundation would be the Covergirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation. This is what it is. It says that it primes, conceals, and it has foundation all in one, shine free. It works great. This is a great summer foundation, and I will buy it again. This one's empty. I don't know if I'll buy it before the summer. It depends on what my options happen to be with my foundation situation, because it seems as if my favorite foundation has been discontinued. Yeah. Thanks, Rimmel. My next product would also be a Rimmel product. It would be the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I get mine in 3 Natural. You can see it. That way it has worst packaging ever, by the way. But that way it gives a little bit more coverage, but nothing. I don't use too much powder. I just use enough powder to stay matte. But I'm not a real big powder person, so it's not a big deal. Next, I would use, well, if bad things happen and my time machine was not damaged, then I would get into my time machine and go back in time and buy my Clay Play palette. This is the Tarte Clay Play palette. It's the first one. It has enough eyeshadows. It has enough powder to set my under eye. I could bronze. I could contour. This has everything I could possibly need in it. So, yeah. But this has been discontinued. And it smells great. I love the way Tarte palettes smell. Anyways, this has been discontinued, so I would probably get the In the Palm of Your Hand Volume 2. It has, I had it and I decluttered it, but it has Bahama Mama bronzer in it. It has Frat Boy, the blush. It has Mary Luminizer for highlight. It has different eyeshadows that are boring as fuck. So I don't have that anymore because it was a very boring palette. And the formula in the palette was not as good as the singles. I was just really disappointed. And every time I would use that palette, I would be more disappointed. So I just decluttered it because I didn't want to feel the disappointment anymore. Anyways, so next I would put on blush. And I thought that I would choose Pearlescent Pink from Wet n Wild. But I looked at my Pearlescent Pink from Wet n Wild, and I looked at my J. Cat Love Struck blush and bronzer in Sweet Pea Pink. And I love this. It just goes with everything. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing all of these today. And it just goes with everything. So if I couldn't find this, I'd get the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink. But that would be my first choice. Okay, and then usually what I do is I put a liquid eyeliner on my lid, and then I tightline and use on my waterline, if I'm going to tightline and use my waterline and use something on my waterline, which I don't always do, but if I'm going to do it, like I did today, what I would get, so I wouldn't have to get a liquid liner, I would just get the same thing to use on my lid, my tight line, my waterline. I can use the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in Very Black. And I can just use this for everything. So this would be my eyeliner. And depending on what my skin was doing at the time, and depending on what my needs were, I would either have the Milani Make It Last, or I would have the Milani Make Me Dewy. I know for a while I wasn't using sprays. I was trying to see if I could do without sprays. And what I learned is, no I cannot. I must have a spray. And those are my two favorites. And like I said, it just kind of depends on what it is that my skin needs at the time. I'll choose one or the other. Next would be mascara. And I chose the Super Sizer from Covergirl. I just really like this. I think this is a great mascara. If I happen to be at Sephora or something, whatever, if this wasn't available, I would get the Better Than Sex. Or if I was at, the drugstore, I might get the Clump Crusher. That's another one I really like. But this is probably the one I would get. Super Sizer. It's convenient. It's a good mascara. And I can use it for 3 months. I'm really sensitive. So a lot of mascaras I can only use for a month, maybe 2, and then they start to irritate me. That one doesn't. And my favorite lipstick, of course, is Tarte in the Quick Dry formula. That is by far my favorite lipstick. And it would be in Festival. This is kind of a Your Lips But Better color. It's a lot like my natural color, but mauvier. And I really like it. It's my favorite. I use this all the time. Again, this is something that goes with everything. That blush goes with everything. This lipstick goes with everything. That is what I would need if I could only have 10 items. Those are my 10 items. I'd love to hear what your 10 items would be. I'm going to link down below some of my favorite YouTubers doing this tag because I think it's really interesting what people choose. So I will link them down below so you could go see some of those. And if you have a video where you did this tag, put that down in the comments. I'd love to watch it. So I will see you next time. Hit like, hit subscribe. Bye!